All right, y'all, time management. Let's jump right into it. Time management, according to your paper, I got a bullet point there in two blanks. So it's going to be organizing is going to be your first blank, and planning is going to be your second blank. How to divide your time between specific tasks and activities. So time management, by definition, is organizing and planning how to divide your time between specific tasks and activities. So you see, it's going to take some thinking, okay? It's going to take some thinking. I got to sit and I actually got to think about, because organizing and planning always take time, but it's more so going to be in that mental, all right? So these are some noteworthy benefits of being a good time manager, all right? So time management is a skill. If we didn't know that, now you know it's a skill, and any skill it takes work to develop that, but it's a skill that must be developed in order for you to be highly successful during your transformation. If you think you're going to transform without the skill of time management, it will be impossible. Mark my words on that. I want someone to come back after 13 weeks and tell me I was super unorganized boy and I lost 30 pounds. I would love to hear somebody say that. That's going to be an aha moment for me. But I don't believe that's possible, okay? So time management is also a defense mechanism against distractions. So somebody say, hey, Sue, let's go out and do this. Nope, looking at my schedule, I got something else to do. It is a defense mechanism against stress because you won't get overwhelmed, feeling run down, and being unorganized. Because if you naturally can put everything in its proper time and in its proper order, then you won't be unorganized. You'll have your workouts, you'll have your family time, you'll have your church time, you'll have your meal time, your prepping time, you'll have all those times down perfect and ready to go, all right? Also, it gives you a sense of direction. If I have my day planned out, I got a direction, I got purpose, I have order in my day. Order, man, brings peace. Like, come on now. Man, confusion and distractions bring a breakdown of any goal you're trying to do. But order, that brings peace. So in order to be a good time manager, man, you have to make sure that you get this organizing and planning down so that it can bring order to your day. Last one, good time management enables you to work smarter, not harder. Meaning you got everything planned out. I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. You're not going to keep backtracking. You're not going to keep trying to squeeze this. No, you're going to already have it. So you're going to be able to just work smart. You're going to have to try to fight and scratch and claw to do these certain tasks. No, you're going to already have them nice and easily planned out, smooth, right? So that when you get more done, so smarter, not harder means you can get more done in less time, even when time is tight and pressure is high. All right. So if you are a busy person, it is a must. And I don't think none of y'all gonna raise your hand and say, well, I'm not busy. That's not a lie. You're busy. You have stuff to do. And I feel for you. So that's why I'm teaching you this. All these things come from out the overflow of my heart, come from the overflow of the obstacles and the barriers that I believe that are set in your lives that are going to hinder you all from becoming good time managers. So I'm trying to give you these teachings, level 2 people, so that you can be made free, okay? This is the power of choice. You get to choose whether or not you're going to stay focused on the task at hand, or you're going to let little activities get in your way. So, and nothing by any means will catch you off guard if you're a good time manager. All right, so the first bullet point, you will not, that first blank you see is stumble. So you will not stumble into optimal health. Neither will you accidentally become a good, second blank, manager of your time without practice, organizing, and planning. Do not think that this is going to happen on accident. Oh, I'm going to just accidentally have a great workout schedule. Or I'm accidentally just be on top of meal prepping. Or no, that don't happen. Because if you could accidentally do it, think about this. Over the last X amount of years, why haven't you did it? So you know it takes intentionality, which was our last teaching. I've downloaded all those teaching back into your Alloy app. If you don't have them, let me know so you can go back and watch that. All right. So let's get into A. A is organizing. So what must be organizing? So organizing is a necessity. That's what you have to be organized. Like you can't overlook that. So anything that's a must, and we've learned, is a necessity. It cannot be overlooked at all. I have to do this thing. So number one is task. So task. That is what must be organized. I must organize the task in my life. So what are tasks? The definition is the first bullet point that says things that must get done. No questions or compromises. I must get these things done. If I got a paper due, it's a deadline. Look, I must get these things done. If I got my bills to pay, I must pay my bills. If I want to be a good husband, I must read my Bible. So those things I can't neglect. Those are must in my life. Or good luck trying to be that or do that without that in your life. It won't work out, right? So I give you a tip. Great tip, I believe. Make a list of must in your daily life. So what are must tasks? So make a list. Sit down during this first week. Remember, y'all don't have a habit the first week. This is level 2. We're going to take it up a notch. Y'all do not have a habit. What you all have to do is choose from the habits I've given you, and let's get this time management thing down, okay? So make a list, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, man, and tell your list to your accountability coach so that they can help you through it if you need help with it, though. All right, but make a list of your daily must. And I'll give you an example. I must work. All right, so if I'm working from, let's say, 8 to 4, that's a must. I don't schedule working out at 12 if you work from 8 to 4. Okay, so that's just being unorganized. So example, so I must work, then I must sleep 6 to 8 hours. I have to get that sleep. I know people get on me like, oh, so when you sleep? Okay, I sleep. All right. Don't worry about when I sleep. Just know that I do sleep. All right. So sleeping is a must. Kids events, if you got children, that's a must. Um, Exercise. Upon this transformation, that's a must. Food prep, that's a must. Eating, that's a must. Except there's so many things that are a must in our life. Let's make those lists. Let's make it plain so that we can see it and so that we can know it. And then look, maybe you make it plain and put it up on your door when you're about to leave the house. Put it in your bathroom. Put it in your room. Put it in your kitchen. So you can constantly be reminded, man, like these things are a must in my life. I got to do these things, okay? All right, number 2, activities. So what it must be organized? Activities. Even though activities are not a must, they must be organized. All right, so what are activities? Activities are things that I would like to do today, but they are not a necessity. All right, so a tip. Remember, these are not a big deal if I don't get them done. All right, so example, if I don't watch LeBron James play game 7 of the NBA Finals, look, it's not the end of the world. I can watch on YouTube. I can watch 10 minutes in the morning. I don't have to watch that. Going to a party, you don't got to go to the bar. You don't got to go to the club. You don't have to go to that party. If it's between meal prepping and going to a party, a lot of us would choose the party. But I'm telling you, you're going to suffer because you're not going to be prepared when times get rough during the week because you wanted to go to a party or you wanted to do this and you wanted to do that. So make a list of must. And if party is not on the must, then meal prep. Because, yeah, you're going to go to the party, you're going to probably eat like crap anyway, but then you're going to miss out on the meal prepping that you could have done. Talking on the phone. You don't got to call Aunt Susie from, whatever, all day long, all the time. If you're supposed to be at the gym, don't make an excuse, say, oh, I got to do this. No, you don't. Being on Facebook or something like that, scrolling through and all. These things are activities, or watching episode 5 of season 2 and da-da-da. Those are not tasks. Those are activities. So we have to be mature now. We're in level 2. Remember, after these 3 months, 13 weeks, you're going to be on your own. So have this list. We're stepping it up a level. We're being intentional. No more playing around with this thing. We want to transform, and we want it now. All right? B, planning. So B is planning. So how do I plan? I'm going to help you out. Number 1, make a schedule on a calendar. A lot of people, like I said, are visual learners, so they put up a big calendar, and that's how they do it. You come in some offices, you may see a big calendar up there, and they writing a task and activities in there. Make a calendar, make a schedule on a calendar. Now the schedule can be on your phone. Like if I pull up my phone right now and I go into it, I have in there, all right, tomorrow. So my wife, she came, she was like, man, I want to go work out, babe. I'm gonna do it at 2:30 in the morning. I'm thinking in my mind, first of all, no, because our tasks are reading our Bible at 2:30 in the morning. So we can't go to the gym because the gym is a task too, but you'll start prioritizing your task as well. And reading the Bible is more important than that. So because I have a schedule, she asked me, said, I don't know what time you're going to be free and watch Danny. But I said, look, I'm looking at my schedule. Man, I don't got nothing to noon. Guess what? That brought peace, that brought ease. She's going to work out at 11. So that's why it's important. If I would have been like, oh man, I don't know. I just don't know. And then then something would have got neglected. So make that schedule and you got to have it. Write it down, put it on that calendar. I said tip, first fill in your must list, then next add activity. So I got my schedule right here. So now I know I got free time from 2:30 to 3:30 tomorrow before I got my small group classes. So, okay, I can do some family time during that time. Maybe after I speak to my girl, Holly, I come home and take a walk with my family, see? So I can put that in there now. Or if I got family life at night, so I got to cut it off then, so I know I got stuff in here, all right? So do that. That's going to be key. Number 2, that word is designate. So designate start and end times and be okay with them. If I got an hour to spend with my family, look, I got an hour. I can't do 2 to 3 hours with them during this time, because if I do that, immaturely doing that, thinking, well, it's a good thing to spend time with your family. Yes, it is. But if I don't get back to work, I'm going to get fired. And my family will be, then we ain't going to have no money to survive. So if I have an hour to spend with my family, rain, sleet, hell, or snow, that's the hour I got. If I got 2 hours to meal prep, do not be interrupted during that 2 hours. Get it done. Designate start and end time. This is important. Come on, level 2er. Let's step up our game. Number 3, don't overcommit. That's one of the biggest hindrances. People overcommit. I tell Corey, yeah, I can be there at 11. Then I tell my wife, okay, I can be there at 11. Then I tell my pastor, yeah, I can be over at church at 11. So guess what? 2 out of the 3 people, I have to tell them no. 2 out of the 3 people are going to see me as person that don't keep their word. 2 out of 3 people are going to say that person lacks integrity. I can't trust that person. So that's why it's big not to overcommit. You have an issue if you're overcommitting. Let's stop that. Let's make time to do things that are tasks. All right. Number 4, leave yourself some me time. I gotta have some downtime. I can't be all work and no play. Look, me and my babe, we got to go to Columbus, man. We got to get away. Can't take phone calls Saturday, Sunday. I'll be back Monday. So y'all going to have the same problem, same issue, okay? So you got to have some me time, all right? Don't look at me time as selfish. How does this sound? Well, you're selfish because you want to eat right and you want to be healthy and you're making time for the gym and you're making time to meal prep and you can't. That sounds stupid. I'm sorry. That sounds stupid if somebody is telling you that that's selfish. No, you have to make me time. You know why? Because they selfishly make me time and they want you to do what they want you to do. Think about that. So they have the right to just have all the me time, and you, guess who suffers when they don't make me time? You do. So in the bullet points, I put the word super important. So it's super important that you do that because this alleviates. Alleviate means get rid of. Right? This gets rid of stress and feeling overwhelmed. Also, this gives you time. I think somebody's just about to come in. Okay. So I was just hitting on a point for the person that just came in. I was on number 4, part B of your planning. How do I plan? You're going to be able to see the replay of this, but I'm talking about me time right here. And I'm on page 2 where it talks about how it's super important because this alleviates stress and feeling overwhelmed. That's what me time does. This also gives you time to relax and eases your health journey. That way, it never seems burdensome. If you never make me time and you're always stressing about, I got to be at the gym, I got to eat, I got to do this stuff, then your health is going to become overwhelming and it's going to become burdensome. Okay? So you got to make that me time a tip. And this is a great tip, and please use this tip. Tell me if you use this tip, come back and testify and tell me you use this tip. Like, I want to hear the good news because I believe this is a good tip. If anyone, I don't care who it is, right? If anyone tries to steal your me time, I don't care if it's the pastor of your church to the husband and wife at your house. If anybody tries to steal your me time, you tell them you have a meeting at that time and you are unavailable. Flat out, point blank, period. Because if you don't protect your me time, no one's going to be looking out for you. How many times a day do you have somebody come, oh no, you good. Just go ahead and have your me time. Or how many times a day you got somebody saying, hey man, can you do this? Did you do this? What you want to do? Hey, 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 ha, ha, ha. And then you find yourself stressed out at the end of the day. You start binge eating. You start getting, because you all stressed out because you never had me time. You got to make it. You got to make it. You got to make it. It's a must. All right. C, failure to develop this critical skill leads to, number one, high stress levels and anxiety. So the first blank is stress. So high stress level and anxiety, the bullet point says, which can lead to weight gain because of emotional eating and a host of detrimental health practices. So stress and anxiety. First of all, if you're stressed, stress automatically releases cortisol to your body. Why? Why does it do that? Well, the reason why it does that is because we are activating that flight or fight response. Flight or fight response. We are activating that. Back in the day, our ancestors needed that because they had to protect their family from bears and lions and all type of foolish stuff out here. So our bodies have that. So your body don't know whether a lion is chasing you or whether you just got in an argument with your husband. It doesn't matter. Stress will happen and cortisol will be released. So what is cortisol? Cortisol is a great thing for your body because it gives you energy. So if I got to fight off a bear or something trying to steal my kids, then I have to fight. Or if I got to pick them up and run, I have energy to run. But the bad thing about stress is if I get stressed, let's say at a husband, let's say at a wife, let's say at a boss, let's say because of work, let's say, doesn't matter in my life, because stress, it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same thing. If I become super stressed like that and this cortisol is released and I do not use it to fight or flight, guess what will happen? It will get stored as fat because it's extra fat released into your body to give you energy to do something. So if you're constantly stressed out and you're struggling to lose weight, talk to us, please. We need to alleviate some of that stress out of your life so that you can do the things and be healthy like you need to be healthy. Because stress affects your mental. It's 6 compartments of health: mental, emotional, relational, existential, physical, and the other one is environmental. So stress affects all of those areas. So, because if you're stressful, then you might binge eat and everything else like that. So I can go on and on about that, but we don't got enough time. I just read my psychology books, and it's deep and amazing, all the stuff that, whatever. So I'm going to get off of that one. Number 2, lack of consistency. So failure to develop good time management skills will lead to lack of consistency, meaning you will, and I got capital WILL, so that blank is consistency. You will find yourself neglecting things like good health because other things will take your mind and your day. So you won't be able to be consistent. So the people who are not consistent at becoming healthy and staying healthy and having healthy habits, you can look healthy and not be healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you lack consistency, check your time management skills. Maybe you're not. So you might never, oh, this is why I haven't been consistent. This is why I haven't been, man, I suck at time management. That's okay. The truth will make you free, and we're going to be free today. We're going to get these time management skills right. Number 3, poor task quality. So poor time management leads to poor task quality, meaning the work that I do produce and put out is going to be horrible because I'm going to always be rushing to try to get something done. I said this, due to rushing through tasks, because there are other tasks that have to also get done that day. So what I mean by that is, let's say if I went over time that I was supposed to, Okay, because I've done this in the past, so I'm being transparent and honest. I told my wife, okay, I'm gonna be home at like 5 o'clock. Me, I go over time because I'm helping somebody at the gym or I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing at the gym. Should have had my butt home. So I don't get home till 5:45. We only had 2 hours. I done wasted 45 minutes of that. So guess what? The quality of time is only going to be an hour and 15 minutes. My wife and I had. We should have got the full 2 hours. She she gonna be mad at me and have an attitude. So then what's gonna happen is our whole day gonna be ruined. And I can get upset at her because she upset at me. But the real truth is I was a poor time manager. So the quality of task, which is now spending time with my wife, that's the task at hand. That's what's important, just became horrible because I didn't designate time for stuff. I let myself go over and I was poor. I was a poor time manager. Or look, I'm rushing out the house. Man, I didn't eat nothing, but I got to go work out. How good do you think your workout going to be? Think about that. Don't think you're going to work out with Corey and you ain't eat nothing. Because Corey, first of all, she already trying to kill you. So if you ain't eat nothing, you think you're going to work out with Corey? You got another thing coming. You better be talking about, hey, do y'all got some energy drinks and bananas I can have or something like that, okay? So look, get your time management right. Don't be coming in the gym at 11:35. Get there at 11:30 if you're supposed to be there, all right? Number 4, miss tasks. So the one was your quality of task will be poor. Number 4 is you're going to miss tasks altogether, which I don't know if that's worse, but you won't even do it because I want to stay at the gym for an extra 2 hours and I want to justify why I had to stay here. I get no time with my wife. I done messed that day up because you're going to completely miss tasks if you don't got good time management, or you're going to not hand in papers, or you're going to look. It's going to be real bad. You're going to miss out on doing things that should be a must. Oh, well, I didn't manage my time right, so I don't got time to meal prep this week. How good you think your nutrition going to be that week on a scale of 1 to 10? Ask yourself that question. Oh, I ain't got time. I ain't be able to get to the gym this week. Oh man, I wasn't planning and thinking ahead. I'm going on vacation. Oh, I should have looked up gym. I should have looked up restaurants. I should have did that. Manage your time right, okay? Number 5, and I think this is the worst one out of them all. That's why I saved it for last. The abandonment of critical tasks in your life that should, or like I like to say, that must be a must. So that blank is going to be must. So there are critical tasks in your life that should be a must, but because you are a poor time manager, you have just flat out abandoned them. Whether it was being a husband, a good husband, whether it was being a good wife, whether it was being at church on time, whether it was being, look, you just said, forget it, I ain't gonna go because I'm always late. Or you said, man, well, forget it, I ain't gonna be healthy no more because I just can't get this. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. And you just neglect the whole health journey. So the bullet point I put, this is common, and one of the leading reasons why people who thought their health was super important at one time have now neglected it with the famous statement, I don't have time for that right now, maybe later. Saddest statement I have ever heard. So it's not that a person don't even want to be healthy. They're just so bad at managing their time that they just say, well, I don't want stress in my life. And me, I can't do this because I can't do this how I really want to do it. And well, forget it. I'm just not going to do it because it's too much stress to keep trying to do this thing to them because they never managed their time. All right. So